Alright, I'm back with another recording. It is 11 in the morning. That's not what I wanted to do. It is day 25 of this challenge. And I'm honestly scared. Because if you guys don't know, the first time I did this challenge and when I got to day 25, right after I came home from school to grind for the drops, I found out that a lot of my progress just wasn't there. And you want to know how much progress I lost? It put me all the way back in chapter 4 when I was in the deep darkness swamp, which is in chapter 7. Meaning I lost progress from chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the only reason I was able to save the challenge was because I conveniently had a save state that put me in chapter 7. So yeah, that save state literally saved the entire challenge. But hopefully this time on day 25 I don't end up losing literal weeks worth of progress. So yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? I walked onto the sand for like half a second, dude. Come on now. Are you kidding me? Dude, you have to be joking. I walked on the sand for like half a second. All right. So we have to do some story progressing. We have to get an item called a gourmet yogurt machine so that the maid that works for Monotoli will let us up to the 48th floor of the Monotoli building. But we have to go through a thing called the monkey cave, in which the monkeys want specific items. And if we give them the right item, they'll let us move on. And there's more monkeys. So yeah. We have the first two items that the first two monkeys want, which is a skip sandwich and a picnic lunch. And obviously this is gonna take a while because if I'm being honest, this is one of the most unnecessary parts of the game. Like it's just intentionally dragging out time. So yeah, if you're watching the edited version of this, the entirety of the monkey cave will be sped up. But if you're watching the unedited version, you're gonna listen to me talk about random things. And of course, the footage isn't gonna be sped up. All right, let's use the pencil eraser here. All right, and then we have to talk to this guy named Talarama. And he tells us that Ness, Paula, Jeff, and Pooh are literally the chosen ones, according to the Apple of Enlightenment. Yeah, the Apple of Enlightenment is actually an item that tells the prophecy that Ness will destroy Gygus. But It doesn't. It's cool that the Apple of Enlightenment foretells that Gygas will die if he tries to take over the universe. But how come we never get to see the Apple of Enlightenment in the game? Like, it's mentioned multiple times in the game, but you never actually get to see the Apple of Enlightenment. That's why Gygas travels to the past to become more stronger. He wants the Apple of Enlightenment's prophecy to be false. So he travels to the past to become even stronger than he already is, which ends up destroying him, by the way. Alright, so now we have to learn PSI teleportation. And we have to learn it from this monkey right here. So PSI, here we learn PSI Teleport Alpha. And PSI Teleport is a fast travel system, and it's not really good right now. Because with PSI Teleport Alpha, you need a long straight line in order to use it. Because if you bump into a wall or something, you just won't teleport. And you can travel to any location you previously explored. See, we have Teleport Alpha now. And we can travel to any of these places. But I'm just gonna walk back to Foresight because I don't want to waste psychic points. Because yes, PSI Teleport costs psychic points to use. I mean, what else would it be called PSI Teleport? It has PSI in the name. But yeah, the monkey cave is done. And we have the gourmet yogurt machine now. And we can give that to the maid so that they can let us up to the 48th floor of the Monotoli building, which we need to do to progress the game. Because not only does the Monotoli building have the next drop we have to get, but it's also where we fight the next boss. And that's how we save Paula. Because when we defeated the department store spook yesterday in this challenge, the department store spook says that Paula is in the Monotoli building, but we can't go to the 48th floor yet because reasons. Whoa, a mad taxi. That is not what I'm trying to do right now. I'm not trying to fight you right now. I'm just trying to progress the story. So here's the maid. You gotta talk to her, and then she'll take the yogurt dispenser from us. And with the yogurt dispenser, not only does she let us up to the 48th floor of the Monotoli building, but now she can make trout flavored yogurt. Trout flavored yogurt. Why? Why would anyone want to eat yogurt that tastes like fish? Hey dude, just give me my classic strawberry yogurt, man. So yeah, here's the Monotoli building right here. You know, it's pretty easy to not miss. You know, it has Monotoli on it. So obviously it's the Monotoli building. But we're not going in there yet because that's going to be saved for a later recording. So we're going to go to the hotel to save the game. All right, that is it for this recording. In the next recording, we're gonna go inside the Monotoli building so that we can get the next drop of the game. Because the Monotoli building only has one drop for us to get there. And then after we get the drop, we're gonna fight the boss and we can finally save Paula and put her back in the party. But stay tuned for that.